Alright guys, time to come back again today. Hope you enjoyed your day so far, and today I wanted to talk about OpTic Chicago and how Hector Rodriguez and some of the other guys, and Nate, of course, who's bought LA Thieves, have really revitalized the CDL and potentially put the Call of Duty League on the edge of a second renaissance, in the sense that back in the day, Black Ops 2 Ghost, this was kind of when Call of Duty was taken off. We felt that Activision Blizzard were maybe a little bit slow to the party in terms of converting that into a proper professional league. Over the last couple of seasons, Black Ops 3 Infinite Warfare, maybe Call of Duty wasn't at its best, there wasn't so many events, but now, here we go. We've got a franchise league in place. We've got OpTic back in the league. We've got FaZe back in the league. We've got Thieves back in the league as well. All these fantastic names, all these fantastic rivalries that are going to potentially be coming up over the coming seasons. It is just fantastic to see. Also wanted to touch on the Huntsmen question. What exactly happens with that brand going forwards, given that effectively it's been removed from all the socials and stuff. But Hector definitely seems to think it has a place in OpTic folklore going forwards. Like if you guys enjoy the video, subscribe if you are new as always. I'd greatly appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. Thank you for doing that. First of all, this, and I'll probably finish off the video with this clip, to be honest, from OpTic Scumpy, but as we talked about in yesterday's thumbnail, like, yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy OpTic Scumpy. Honestly, music to my ears, really, like, the nostalgia that it brought back from, like, 2012, 2013 was crazy, and so, yeah, I'll finish off the video with this clip as well. I thought it was kind of cool. So anyway, basically what happened yesterday, after yesterday's video went live, is that the Huntsmen rebranded to OpTic Chicago, right? So they go to OpTic CHI, I mean, they've gained a few followers as well as a result, so the Huntsmen brand has kind of just disappeared off the face of the earth, and you'll see the same thing with the channel right here. So this used to be the Huntsman, as you can tell, do the Huntsman know, etc, etc, this you know, kind of trivia stuff, and then you get this video about Together We Stand, and of course you know, the announcement of OpTic Chicago coming back as a brand. So anyway, they rebrand the Huntsman, it's all gone. This is the new branding if you guys weren't familiar with it yet. The G becomes a C or whatever, as you can see right here. So honestly kind of cool, and the colors of this as well, people are pointing out, is effectively a combination between the old OpTic green and the Huntsman, the new Huntsman green. So they've effectively just combined the two. That's the color that you see right here. So kind of cool, kind of makes sense. It's interesting to really see what happens with the Huntsman going forwards, given that the Huntsman Twitter just no longer exists, and also OpTic Gaming no longer exists. It's now just straight up OpTic, which is kind of clean, to be honest. So yeah, as you can see right here, OpTic on the right hand side. So a number of things come out as a result of this. You get this is us, OpTic Chicago. So some cool stuff from Aaron Crate and the guys building the hype around this. Thought this was entertaining as well from Hitcher, right? This made me laugh yesterday. So yeah, Hector clearly got into the OpTic Gaming account and sent this DM to Hitch. So yeah, I thought this is kind of cool to look at. We get this from Aaron Crate as well. So this is the branding on the full screen. It certainly is an interesting one in the sense that it's OpTic Chicago rather than, like, you know, Chicago OpTic or something like that. It seems a little bit different. Yeah, I certainly understand the direction that they're going for here, and you can see kind of the font is the old 2008 OpTic font, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with. So honestly, on the whole, it's fantastic stuff for Call of Duty, and I do wonder exactly how the rivalries look going forward, because I do imagine there's going to be a fair degree of overlap between what I imagine are now OpTic fans. Again, seems strange to say OpTic fans. We're going to have to get my head, like, retuned, in the sense that I always used to think, Huntsman, okay, like, Huntsman is old OpTic, etc, and new OpTic is, like, not OpTic anymore. So I'm going to have to, like, I'm going to have to rewire my brain, effectively, to say OpTic fans are OpTic fans, like they used to be. But obviously, Huntsman served its purpose, as Hector will look at in a second. But interesting, really, how the rivalries match up. Of course, OpTic versus FaZe is going to be superb. OpTic versus Empire, OpTic versus Envy is going to be superb, as it was back in the day. And then, obviously, OpTic versus 100 Thieves and some of the other brands that come out, and of course there's going to be other rivalries as well, not just the OpTic ones. But it's interesting in the sense that maybe a lot of OpTic fans are also Nadeshot fans to a degree, so there's an element that they kind of support both teams. So maybe the rivalry isn't going to be as spicy as it might be between FaZe and, you know, Dallas Empire, for example, and OpTic Chicago. But, you know, we'll just have to see how it goes going forwards. But honestly, I think the CDL is in a fantastic place right here. And as Hex talks about the Huntsman as well, so Revitalized did a tweet with a kind of Drake meme, which has clearly since been deleted, being like, oh, we don't like the Huntsman, we prefer OpTic Chicago or whatever. And Hex says, whoa, don't diss my Huntsman. Huntsman got me through a dark year. And he goes on to say similar things in reply to this. So Jacob comes up with people who spent hundreds of dollars on Huntsman merch, even though at the same time, if I had Huntsman merch, I'd think of it as kind of a collector's item in that sense, right? Because this was like a year of, well, HECZ and Scumps and all those guys' history, in the sense that they had this difficult transitionary period, and Huntsman was there to kind of fill the gap in that sense as a brand. And I think that's pretty cool, to be honest, if I owned something like that. But, you know, as Hex says, the Greenwall understands the significance. They understand that in no other scenario would I change the name. And to me, more than anything, the Huntsman brand was there for me when I lost it all. I will always hold it dear to my heart, and it will always be a part of our history. And we get this as well. You should see the future collabs I'm dropping, Huntsman x OpTic. So people are discussing whether Huntsman is just going to be like a merchandise brand. People are also saying, could it be like the name of their challengers team or something? But I'm not sure if that was the case, why they would just completely remove the name from the Twitter. So we'll have to see really how things develop going forward. But definitely seems like HECZ kind of wants to keep this brand alive to at least some degree. And I also wanted to mention this. So a couple of clips came out a few days ago, really just talking about why HECZ and Nadeshot are so bullish on the Call of Duty League in general. I really think it's going to be fantastic, not just for the reasons as we've discussed, that all these big brands are back in the league and the fans seem to be super engaged compared to some of the other esports out there. That's really why I love Call of Duty. The personalities are great, the fans are great, the community is great, but in addition to that, HECZ and Nadeshot think that there's so many things lined up, so many great things lined up, and I wanted to show a couple of clips here. This one came out from a podcast a while ago with this guy Reed. Now he's the manager for Mr. Beast and some of the other big creators, so yeah, definitely a guy who knows what he's talking about. And HECZ is talking about that if the league was ever struggling or in a difficult spot, Activision Blizzard is able just to drop a camo in the game for any of the teams, and all of a sudden they just make a huge amount of revenue. He talks about the bacon camo that was dropped back in Black Ops 2, making like $4 million in 3 hours, and yeah, that's why he's so excited about the Call of Duty League. There's also another clip I thought I'd share from Nadeshot and the LA Thieves here, where he says there's so many great things in the pipeline for Activision this upcoming season that haven't been announced yet, and that's why he's super confident to dive all the way into the CDL, but also into Warzone and CoD Mobile in addition to that. And I imagine that part of Nadeshot's reasoning behind this was probably, especially into the Call of Duty League more generally, having OpTic back, having all these fantastic brands back, makes the CDL a fantastic product.
My biggest concern, my biggest like grief with the whole thing was like the publishers are killing it.
Yeah.
And they're making these teams buy in.
Yeah.
And the teams are struggling and having to continually raise capital to stay alive. They're not really getting paid a lot of money from these publishers, from the league revenue.
Yeah.
And so of anyone winning in esports right now, it's the publishers.
Yeah.
And the teams need to figure out, how do we flip it so we benefit, or we have some type of ownership in these
Yeah.
publishing companies, so we can actually like do this together instead of the publishers doing it and us riding the coattails and having
Yeah.
to pay all the money.
Yeah, look, I think from a Call of Duty League perspective, I'm super bullish on that. I'm gonna tell you why. I know for a fact that some time ago in a very specific game there was a bacon camo drop, and I know that it did close to like $4 million in a couple of hours, $4 million in a couple of hours. So I know that at any point Activision can say, okay, you know what, we've tried this league, this team ownership thing for long enough. Maybe the economics aren't as great as we thought they were going to be. Here, let me do this. I'm gonna flip a switch, make $4 million in 3 hours, drop your own skin, whatever you want, right? So you could be a team skin, or you can come up with your own bacon skin and just drop it. A burger, I mean, you name it. You can put anything out there and people are going to want to have it just because they collect skins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
now, I will tell you guys, in the conversations that John had and myself with Activision, there are so many incredible things that they are going to share with you in the CDL. In 2021, I truly feel like this is going to be an interactive experience for you guys at home and for the teams and the players. And there's so many surprises that are in store for all of you that just made this opportunity a no-brainer for us. And we're not going to ruin the surprises. We're going to let Activision roll these out in time and let you guys experience them as you're supposed to experience them. But just know from the surface level, there's so many things that we're excited about and we wanted to share with you. I really do believe in Activision's investment in a competitive Call of Duty. You know, for me, competing at events for a couple $100s on the weekends to now where we're at here in 2021 and moving forward, it is nothing short of incredible. And I can't wait for it to all be unveiled so you guys understand even more so why we came to LA, why we branded LA Thieves, and why we brought these players home and a part of franchising again.
Yeah, I think like one of the big questions we always get is like, you know, we want 100 Thieves to be around for decades, right? And we're not going to do anything to jeopardize that. And I think last year we were like, how do we get comfortable making this big an investment? I think what we really want to let fans know today is we feel really, really comfortable doing this, and we know that this is going to be successful. When you look at how well the league did in year one, when you look at the economics for the teams, when you look at the support that they've gotten from sponsors and what we expect from our sponsors, as well as all the entrepreneurial opportunities we're going to have as a CDL franchise, we feel very comfortable that this is going to pay off very, very quickly for us.
So I think you can certainly see that Call of Duty's done great this past season. I mean, it went online and it honestly did better than it did in, well, it really has ever done, quite honestly. As we talked about earlier this video, like, is this going to be a second renaissance in a sense for Call of Duty to come back with all this stuff happening? And as HECZ made that happen to some great degree, given, you know, buying the OpTic Gaming brands back, selling the spots to Nadeshot and the LA Thieves, now rebranding his own team. I mean, it just seems like he's done a great thing for the CDL more generally. And as you can see here, Esports charts. I mean, this is the World Championship Grand Finals viewership, and honestly, I imagine this could keep going up and up this season as well. We get this now, so if you go on the Call of Duty League, I don't know why it's super glitching out to me, but you can see OpTic Chicago here, Los Angeles Thieves. These are the teams in the CDL right now, and honestly is just fantastic stuff. And so, you know, this came out yesterday. If you guys had seen this, what am I supposed to do with this Huntsman tattoo? Shave it off. So this guy got a Huntsman tattoo, was pretty frustrated that the brand had been, well, rescinded now effectively. But again, like, it's kind of a place in the history. I don't really know. I just thought it was kind of entertaining. But X says in reply, I don't know why we're going to have matching tats soon. So Hector certainly has Huntsman very close to his heart, and he finishes off with this as well. I put it all away. I felt as though it was gone forever, but I never stopped trying. And a really cool video as to, you know, he made an envelope for himself with this, like, well, this chain effectively with OpTic Gaming on it, and he vowed never to open it until he actually made this deal come true. So yeah, super cool to see. Thank you guys for watching the video as always. Intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section on Call of Duty's trajectory going forwards, because to me, it seems very, very promising indeed. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, I'd greatly appreciate a like on the video. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm know you enjoyed this content. Other people like you may enjoy this content as well, and help grow the competitive Call of Duty community even further than it probably already will be doing naturally over the next couple of seasons. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you next time.
Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? It's your boy OpTic Scumpy!
Anyway, before I came, I went into my safe at home. I reached all the way in the back, and I found this, which is super crazy to think. I forgot I wrote that to myself. Don't open it until I do it. Oh, I forgot I wrapped it. This is the first time that I'm opening it since the announcement. And the fact that I get to wear it again, it's insane.